What's happening, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to MMANYC.net. I'm your incredibly hungover host, Jody Smith, and this is my MMA running partner,
PJ Chu.
Today we're going to give you a little UFC 121 post-fight analysis on the main card. Then we're going to roll over to the UFC 122 predictions. We'll pick in 3 fights from that. And we're going to provide you with our top 10 pound-for-pound picks. So without further ado, let's get this motherfucker started.
Let's go. What's up, MMA heads? Lesnar Velasquez.
Ouch.
Ooh, sorry, Brock.
Sorry you got an axe wound on your face, you big prick.
Yeah. Brock finally got his long-deserved ass whooping. I've been waiting for this beatdown for so long. Sorry, Brock. You know.
I'm not sorry for him. Brock, are you still the toughest SOB around?
I don't know.
I don't know that you are, big boy.
Sorry, buddy. But Velasquez, wow. Looked like a young Fedor.
He really did.
He was stopped the takedown. Beautiful pushing down on the knee.
Unbelievable.
Relentless pace. Picked all his spots, and you know he wasn't crazy. He was he was aggressive, but he looked like he was calculating all his punches.
He was. And he said that before the fight.
Yeah. Lesnar. Only way you got to work on that boxing, buddy. I don't think that was a good call to let everyone know that you were just learning the fundamentals of boxing during your training camp.
Prior to going into a fight with a complete savage of stand-up in Cain Velasquez.
I think Cain Velasquez learned from the Shane Carwin fight.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, when he came in with that flying knee, I dropped my beer. I was scared. I flinched, but I think we both hit it on the ball. TKO. We both predicted the TKO.
I said round 2. PJ said round 3. We were just a round or so off, but both of us definitely predicted that the stand-up that Cain Velasquez possessed was just going to be too much for Brock to overcome, and looks like we were right. Our next fight was Martin Kampmann versus Jake Shields, in what ended up being, in my opinion, sort of what a lot of the people online were saying about Jake Shields prior to the fight was that it could be another lay-and-pray situation, and unfortunately he did resort to that because clearly he was fucking exhausted.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't think it's his cardio. I think it was the weight cut. I mean, he looked skinny. He looked like he needed to eat a burger. You know, he was just like.
You just say that because you've been in championship hamburger eating contests.
Yeah, I mean, I could show you a thing or two, Jake. You know, but.
Isn't he a vegetarian?
Oh yeah, he is a vegetarian.
He is a vegetarian.
Yeah, you gotta.
Jake, start eating hamburgers, you asshole.
Yeah, it's the only way you're gonna be GSP, buddy.
You're going to have to eat a lot of hamburgers.
Yeah, but Kampmann did his thing. Shields, he grinded out a tough win, you know. So, I mean, I think he deserves the title shot. So,
that's where I actually disagree with PJ on that one. I don't know. While he was in line for the title shot, against the winner of GSP Koscheck, I don't know that they're going to be that anxious, the matchmakers at UFC are going to be that anxious to do it, in considering how sort of boring that fight was for Jake Shields. Martin Kampmann still looked great. I still think that he is absolutely a contender. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He stood up multiple times. His striking got clearly better than Shields. But in the end, Shields got the decision.
All right, next, Diego Sanchez. Probably the nightmare. Yeah, I mean, he's probably my least favorite fighter in the. I really don't like this guy.
If you ask the average MMA fan their top 3 most hated fighters, it would probably be Lesnar, Tito Ortiz, and Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, they're right up there.
With Josh Koscheck moving up in the ranks in every episode of The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, Koscheck is a jerk off, but it's all good. Hopefully, they'll all get their long-deserved Brock-style ass whoopings. Sadly, Paulo Diego did not give Diego the ass whooping he deserved. But I actually I don't know about you, but I started rooting for. I
found myself somehow rooting for Diego Sanchez just because he was fighting with such heart. Last night, man, he just his cardio, his aggressiveness, man, he worked over Paulo Diego and got a much needed and well deserved win.
I don't think you can handle the weight cut to 155. I don't know if it was the weight cut or if it was BJ Penn
Giving him a vagina on his forehead.
Yeah,
That scar actually it seemed like they glossed that over pretty good. It healed up.
But he probably saw Vanderlei Silva's doctor.
Vanderlei Silva went in to get his nose cartilage fixed and decided to just go ahead and do a complete Cher style, like complete makeover. And now he actually looks like John Stamos.
Yeah, he's a handsome man now.
He is totally handsome.
Totally leading man. He's a heartthrob, you know.
Yeah.
Heartthrob now. But
who'd have thunk it? The axe murderer. In our next fight, the third most disliked fighter, as I mentioned earlier, and Tito Ortiz, fighting his former pupil in Matt the Hammer Hamill, and Matt the Hammer Hamill did indeed unleash the fucking hammer on Tito Ortiz.
Yeah, I guess this is the case of the student becoming a teacher now. Hamill.
That's a great analogy. Did you stay up last night thinking about that, or was that on the fly?
All night.
That was spontaneous?
Yeah.
That was a spontaneous analogy?
Yeah.
Don't let him fool you, folks. He wrote all of his supposed spontaneous analogies right on the back wall here, so they can sound like that.
But the Hammer, yeah, he's tough. I mean, he's got great wrestling, but I see him taking up a gatekeeper role in the lightweight division. He's never gonna. He doesn't got the speed or the tools to hang with the big boys. But you know, he could beat guys like Ortiz. You know, but I think the UFC is gonna use him as a gauge for other fighters.
Definitely.
If they beat Hamill, they can move on to bigger and better things.
In our next fight, we've got Brandon the Hybrid Schaub versus Gabe Napao Gonzaga. I think that Brandon is indicative of kind of the new breed of heavyweight fighters that are big but are also fast.
Yeah, no, I like him. I liked him on The Ultimate Fighter. He's a tough guy. I love his reach. He's got a sick jab.
I mean, that was the story of the fight.
Yeah, I mean, he's just picking apart Gonzaga, and I think he's got a great game plan, and this guy's smart. I like him a lot. I think the UFC needs to groom him, and he can be a contender soon.